We're halfway through the season, and yet we still don't know who's going to be winning the championship. But it's very likely to be one of two people: Killer Lemon or Fiji. I'm just gonna call him Fiji because that's what the name looks like to me. But yeah, Killer Lemon in the Marusha. Is that right? Does he drive for Marusha? Oh yeah, he does drive for Marusha. So yeah, Killer Lemon in the Marusha has absolutely been killing it through the season, but his pace has sort of dropped off quite a bit. But then there's also Fiji's in the McLaren, who has been slowly crawling back everything. And now we're on a stage where only the fastest can prevail in the Belgian Grand Prix. And as we speak right now, there's still a group of people who is setting their own outlaps to see. Wait, no, hold on. Everyone has done setting up. No, I haven't commented in a bit, so I had to sort of reset everything. But like, okay, so pretty much everyone are done with their outlap now, and considering how close Fiji's is to overtaking Lemon in the championship after having some shaky performances in the previous races, he needs a good qualifying lap to give himself a chance in this race. Especially considering that the pace of the Marusha has been honestly kind of ridiculous. But also, I can't seem to find Lemon anywhere, especially on like the spectators menu. Did he just vanish, or is he retrying it again? Because if he is retrying it again, he'll need another outlap to be able to perform everything. But cutting back to Fiji's, he's taking everything very tight, considering how easy it is to get a track limit, if there's track limits in this, which I'm not sure if there is or not. But Spa is a very, very high-speed track. So high speed and very tight lines are, you know, pretty much required if you want to be on pole. And Fiji's knows how much pressure he's under, so he is going to give it his all to take the lead in this championship. Coming up to the big straight 8 now. He is still keeping everything as clean as possible, and cutting back to some of the other drivers. The two Ferraris of Jack Wack and where's the other one? Okay, the two Ferraris of Jack Wack and Monkey are both very close to each other. They've got to be careful not to bump into each other because unlike most leagues for this, collision is on. So if one of them tap into each other, both of the Ferrari drivers have ruined their chance of getting a good lap. So they need to be careful. But speaking of which, there are still some times that are about to come through. As now, Fiji's crosses the line and gets a 207.6. There are some other drivers behind him, so is that still going to stand? Card User comes out with a 208. Who knows how long that's going to last? Jack Wack has a 209. Card User has a 208.5. Everyone is still about a second slower than Fiji's. But they still do have quite a lot of laps that they have to catch up on. So it's not like all of their opportunities are gone. Speaking of which, Killer Lemon, who is heading out on his outlap now, doesn't necessarily have that many attempts to try and improve on it, and Killer Lemon needs a good result to be able to prevent his championship lead from being taken. But Killer Lemon has some very creative strategies to try and keep himself in the lead, as we've seen here, as he... Hold on, he completely cut one of those last corners. Should that count? Hold on. So, despite that, Killer Lemon could only manage a 208.4, but, like, I could swear I saw him cutting an entire corner right there. Like, that's not normal, is it? But anyways, cutting to Fiji's, he's on a particularly good lap, and he's looking to see if he can improve on it even more. But he still has a good half of the track to go before he can successfully go through with it. But in terms of the other drivers that haven't quite set their lap time yet, Underye in the Red Bull, who haven't particularly been in having the best of seasons, considering what they've been up against and how dominant they normally are getting quite close to finishing one of their own laps, and Kundayi has particularly good pace himself. But now cutting back to Killer Lemon, he's also gotten through quite a bit of distance in the track itself, and there's only a few curves left for him to go through. I don't know, without being able to see the leaderboard all the time, it's sort of difficult to tell who's coming. But here comes one of the Williams. I'm not entirely sure who that is. Are they going to be able to set a faster lap? They go through it, and I think that was Indoraptor. Let me check. No, that wasn't Indoraptor. I think it was Force Motors. Let me check. No. I'm completely lost with this. Right. But yeah, Kunde about to finish his particularly good lap as well. Where is that going to put him on the qualifying standings? This has got to be good for Red Bull to make a comeback. Kunde jumps all the way into third. What a good lap time from him. It's even faster than Killer Lemon, the person who was supposedly leading the championship. But now there's another person leading the qualifying, as now Card User in the Williams takes pole position. But the real question is if this is gonna last, because remember, Williams also haven't particularly been having the best season either. The best driver right now is currently only in 15th, so if they can get a pole position, that would be quite an achievement for them. But of course, almost every other driver has 2 more attempts to see if they can make this up. Especially considering the Indoraptor is also taking some really nice lines for the Sauber team, and whether he's going to have a good position for the qualifying isn't the question. I just saw like one of the Mercedes drivers with like the big eye. I mean, I guess that's sort of fitting. But now, Force Motors coming into the pits, presumably to replace his tires, or maybe he just wants to have a word with me. Hello. How was your day? I mean, mine was particularly good. Nobody has really come to finish their lap time yet, and I'm guessing you've pretty much just given up, right? I mean, yeah, that's fine. It happens. Yeah. Alright, I'll get back to talking to people. Okay, looking down the track now, there are a couple people who are going over to set their next lap time. There's a lot of them coming through in a bunch, including one of the Ferraris, one of the Saubers. How is this going to affect the standings for qualifying? They're coming through. First is one of the Saubers. Where are they going to be? Oh, okay, Indoraptor actually has a particularly good lap, and that puts him into 3rd place. But now, here comes the Ferrari of... Which Ferrari was that? I'm not sure. Like, let me flick through all of them rapid fire. It's so difficult to do when there's not, like, a timer to the left. But also, Fiji's comes in to set a new lap time, not quite quicker than Card. He hasn't been able to shake him off pole. I think that was Jackwack. Okay, so Jackwack, not particularly setting the best lap time. It's not specifically an improvement over what he would have wanted. And a lot of drivers are now coming into the pit lane after what is presumably their final lap. But still, the Marussia driver of Lemon is giving it one more try to see if he can take it all the way. And considering how much pressure he's under in the championship fight, he's going to need a good result here if he wants to take home the pole position. And considering that there's a Williams on pole right now, that's probably going to be easier said than done. But if there's anyone who's been able to perform under pressure, it's Lemon. As now, the qualifying session has closed itself, and only the people who are currently driving can set a new lap. And here comes one of the drivers. I think it's one of the people in the Lotus or the Mercedes. No, that's definitely the Lotus. I don't know of who. Let me check to see which one it is. Okay, Pigeon comes in to set a time. It puts them in. I don't know where that puts them. I can't see them. Yeah, I can't see them on there. But yeah, cutting back to the drivers. There's only a few drivers who haven't set a lap time yet. The couple important ones being Indoraptor and Fiji's. As they're about to set their lap time, and where it's going to put them in the qualifying leaderboards isn't the question, especially considering they've been having a particularly solid qualifying session. Raptor doesn't particularly have the best exit out into the last corner, but where does that put him in the standings? It doesn't specifically move him. But now, here comes the Ferrari of Jackwack. Where is that lap going to put him in the standings? He crosses the line, and it bumps him up to a couple of spots into 5th place. But now, getting close to the line is Fiji's. Is he going to take back pole? He takes back pole! user, but Fiji's had an extremely solid last lap to take it back in the last second. But no, here comes Killer Lemon. Did he have a good lap? Is he going to snatch pole at the last second? He snatches pole on his last lap with a 2:06. Oh my word, I don't believe it! How could Killer Lemon pull out a lap like that in his very last attempt? This is going to be huge for him in the championship battle. Card user has to settle with third in the Williams after leading even when the qualifying was closed. I'm pretty sure he was praying and hoping that they wouldn't improve on their time. But alas, this is the harsh reality of what's the name of the league again? The Roblox Tank Chassis Formula. Yeah, whatever that is. So yeah, quite the qualifying session from both of the championship leaders, but it's looking like it's gonna be Killer Lemon's race. If the qualifying positions don't shift up that much. So, does anyone else have any words on that in the commentary box? Because believe it or not, I'm not alone. There's also King Snake with me.
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, just watching that on the stream and just recording that, you could really see both drivers giving it them their all the way up to the line, with Fiji's and Killer Lemon coming in just a few seconds after each other, with Killer Lemon literally 0.4 ahead of the other driver. It's truly insane, and I really hope we're going to see some good racing later.
Yeah, especially considering that the high speed of Spa-Francorchamps does bear itself well to some particularly intense races. Also, hey God, you could actually enter the cars through the wall. It's pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know how I do that. It's just I don't know, Roblox physics. So yeah, we're gonna be back in a bit, but in that time, we're gonna set up the qualifying grid. Overall, some fantastic stuff we've seen so far. Is that going to carry over into the actual race itself? I love how you can turn these on the spot. That's particularly funny. And they'll look like they're going if you hold back, but they're still not turning at all. I actually quite like this because these remind me of the old Formula 1 games I used to play on Roblox when I was younger. In fact, you know what? While everyone's setting this up for the hell of it, I'm gonna see if I can get a good time. Because obviously it's gonna take them a little bit to set it up. Hopefully there's no pit limiters on so I can actually drive this. Alright, let's try this. Damn it! Can someone switch off the pit limiters real quick? I want to see if I can cook with this. Hello? Can someone turn off the pit limiters?
I'm not sure they're going to do that for us. It's so sad. I've also hijacked a car and I'm getting to go full 70 miles per hour up Rouge.
Hello, chats.
My car can't make it up Rouge.
Hello, chats. This guy's a Trump 2024 shirt. What?
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't know considering look at my shoulder, but yeah. And I love how King Snake is still saying screw it and just going for it. Like that's funny. Anyway, so oh wait, he actually turned off the pit limiters. Nice. All right, let's try this. Let's see if I can cook. They have a very prevalent top speed, don't they? The pit limiter switched on again. What? Are they trying to troll me? What if I switch cars? Maybe if I try this in the Lotus. Like the pit limiters are still on. What? Come on. What's going on? They turned on the second I hit the line. Hello. Hello, King Snake. Hello, chats. Hey, he's just saying hey to me in the most intimidating tone possible.
Somebody's watching us. Look.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh!
very good.
I didn't have any time to try that. Like they trolled me because like I went over the line and then immediately after they went over the line, they switched on the pit limiters again. Like, come on, come on. So wait, when is the race starting? I'm guessing it's starting in a little bit.
To be honest, I've not got a clue either. They could have like given us somebody who's done this before here, but yeah, each to their own.
Yeah, the other leagues I went into were a lot more professional about it. This seems like a lot less serious when it comes to everything.
Yeah. I mean, you were invited to all of the properly professional stuff. Like, you are really good at commentating.
Yeah, this just seems like they're sort of doing it for the funny, so I guess I'll be doing it for the funny too.
Exactly.
I can't get out of the box. The box. The box. This box shall not contain me.
Okay,
Thank you.
Oh no, somebody's given me perms to use all the flags. Why have they done that? Because if they've done that, I now can't properly stream. Because it's going to be on the screen.
Unperm him! Alright then, I'm guessing the race is like starting when everyone gets on the grid.
I mean, let's quickly go over qualifying. If you look at the results, there's currently the results. I'll let you commentate over that. But now we've also, for the entire race, you get to see me being able to flag. Actually, I'll be nice and flag for them. I don't know what all these do down here. What is a white
it's funny.
What's a red
Everyone
sea?
in like the Discord channel and chat are saying things like, "Man, this is the best casting and commentary I've ever seen." When like I haven't even properly started.
Yeah, I mean,
but trust me,
leagues.
I've got something prepared for this. I'm gonna cook.
They've made.
Alright.
Okay, it's at 20 past, so they should start. I'm not too sure though. It's like nobody's on the grid, unless they just make it so people are leaving the pits while people are racing, which could be funny.
Sorry, everyone like goes off the line right now. That'd be so funny. But like, nope, they have standards. Okay, so it's 21. It's 21 laps. Okay. So the championship leader and his closest rival, both starting on 1 and 2 respectively, including a surprise finish from Cardo, who made it all the way to 3rd. A really impressive result for the Williams. And then from there we have Indoraptor. Then from there we have Indoraptor, Jack Quack, Force Motors and Varane, both of the Mercedes starting on the same row. Then Hitori and the Lotus, Zero to Hero, the French Pigeon, and then really far back in a pretty disappointing result for the Ferrari team, Menectito. Again, anything could happen in this race, especially considering how fast this like whole race tends to be, or like the track or whatever. So then, I'll just be waiting here for when the race begins, and considering that everything else had collisions turned off for a reason, I'm pretty sure that we're gonna find out why very soon. Come, let me. I'm gonna do the funny thing I normally do, where I like get on the lights. Hello there, Mirks. I'm the real gamer. Is there a camera? Hello, chat.
I just realised we've got less people watching the stream than in this Discord channel. It's so sad. They need to, normally
It
what we
happens.
do with Formula is we just tell people to listen to it because then it looks good for us, but yeah.
Okay, so the race is going to start any second now, but there is one person that's missing on the grid, and it's the Red Bull of God. What was his name? The guy with the Ferrari outfit. Well, whoever he was, he's still got to line up on the grid, and he's currently still on the pit lane for some reason. Yeah, the silence in the air as everyone is readying for the race. Hell, everything's so quiet that they probably wouldn't notice me nicking one of the Williams if I did, but I'm not going to do that considering everyone's in like a grid right now. Like,
So,
where I wanted the
where is everybody? Some of the cars are just sitting here abandoned, alone.
Yeah, why would they do that? Especially considering you can get someone who just just a minute. Yeah, that.
Oh, apparently we're in
Can you
2015.
give me back?
Apparently the time. Oh, yeah. Apparently the time period's 2015.
I think the time period's 2015. Yeah, it would explain Marussia being here and the specific design they used for the McLaren.
I mean, if you see my stream, which you can see via OBS stream.
I mean, if I start a league, I would have chose 2009 myself because Braun W.
Best livery, undeniably.
Mm-hmm. And also, that still had like BMW, Toyota, and like the old cool teams. Though 2010 is a pretty close second, considering that did give us the really short-lived Virgin F1 team, and Virgin F1 team's livery was fucking awesome.
Really appropriating to the YouTube guidelines, though, I see.
Oh right, apologies. I wasn't told if I could curse beforehand, so
I'm not sure either. Yeah. So.
At least I know now. I'll try and keep it on the low now.
I mean, nobody ever said a no to us. In Formula, it's expected, but here,
Yeah, I mean this lobby, nobody expects it to be taken seriously anyway. So, like, take it seriously, yeah.
Well, is that you saying that this entire group of drivers are an unserious bunch? Truly clipped bunch?
No, not necessarily. Just rather this is less choreographed than a lot of leagues I've seen. But yeah, the race is about to start. Everyone is preparing themselves for when the race begins. The championship who is leading the race could come down to this. As always, remember, every single race counts. The lights are going to go out any second. Fiji needs a good launch here, especially considering that his championship rival is just ahead of him, and the Williams as well of cards really does need to hope that one of the two drivers have some sort of large mistake if he wants to keep the pace of that qualifying. We have 5 red lights. It'll be lights out any second. Who will react the quickest off the line? It's lights out and away we go. And the 3 front drivers get off quite well, but the Williams doesn't quite do it. There's already a bit of a pile up. Fiji's takes use of it, and now is wheel to wheel with Lemon. He currently has the advantage, and the Williams is falling down on the order as one of the Saubers already slipped in. Fiji's is body blocking. What was his name? Is body blocking Lemon as much as he can, but Lemon has the benefit of speed. He's not going to give it up that easily. He's going half on the grass, so he doesn't have to deal with it. And remember, there is still a big group of cars behind them going at about the same speed. The Marussia and the McLaren have very similarly fast vehicles. Fiji trying to close the line on Lemon, but through goes the Sauber. The Sauber is trying to look for any line that he can now, as both of the drivers are pushing themselves to the limit to try and get ahead. He's closing in on Lemon. The bit of a crash from those two. The Williams takes back third. He gets a little bit of a tap from Fiji's. A lot is going on considering what the collision is doing. The Williams bounces from the Sauber. after being tapped from Fiji's, and it's currently Lemon who has the lead of the race. But I'm not entirely sure how long that's going to last, considering how finicky these cars can be. The Sauber has the inside of the Williams. Are they going to be able to make use of it? The Williams does slow down a little bit. That might have been an engine issue, that might have been them braking, but after some really clean movement, he comes back into third. And currently, everyone is really even in this four-way battle for first, and maybe even the Toro Rosso could slip its way in to have a chance at winning as well. But no, they're going into the straight. Lemon has the advantage. Whoever's here has to drive as straight as possible to get themselves the advantage. But considering the slalom is coming up any second now, it's essentially a standoff for all of the drivers. And credit where credit is due. The Williams has had some really nice moves. He has more speed over Fiji's. Is he going to try and go for an overtake? He's swerving left to right to try and play mind games with Fiji's. Who's going to go wide? Who's going to go tight? Fiji's has the inside line. But it's a really good read from Lemon that prevents an overtake. Lemon played the ultimate defensive game here, still leading going into the second lap. Oh, Fiji's takes it wide, but there's also an issue with Lemon. The Williams goes on the inside. Now it's a freeway battle with Marussia, McLaren, and Williams. The Williams of cards is trying to get any kind of line that he can on Lemon. Remember, if one of them slips out, it's all over. And the Sauber, who was looking so dominant before, is now being challenged by the Toro Rosso behind him. Card user has the inside line for the next corner. Is he going to be able to make use of it? He slows down a significant amount, seemingly letting the other drivers get ahead. What is he planning here? I don't know if that plan entirely paid off, because he just pretty much gave up race position for that. He ends up slightly on the sandpit. The Williams of card user is making a lot of mistakes after he made it in. He taps the wall. What kind of a line is he trying to go for here? He also distracts the Sauber, nearly getting it overtaken by the Toro Rosso just behind him. And there's also a freeway battle just behind between the two Ferraris and the Lotus. Oh, but there's a safety car called out. Someone might have crashed on the track, but now it's gonna bundle everyone else back together. It's been such a close race between Lemon, Fiji's, and the surprise appearance of Card User. Absolutely nothing has been determined so far. They've been passing each other left to right, front, back to center. I honestly don't have a clue who's gonna come out on top, considering how close everything has been in these first couple laps. But now, with the safety car coming in, that's essentially gonna be a reset for everything. My throat hurts. Oh wait, we can swear? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he said. So let's go.
Nice. But yeah, the drivers are coming up to the safety car now, which is just driving out. There was a bit of a slip up from card user, but that doesn't necessarily matter when they're under safety car conditions. Maybe he was taking a lot of use of that. I don't know. Hi, chat. But yeah, the safety car, they should be approaching any second now. And everyone still has a very similar gap to how it was looking before. Fiji's and Cardi's are now a full second behind Killer Lemon. Is this a hint towards the kind of pace that Lemon is going to have for the rest of this race? I don't know. I don't know. But now they're approaching the safety car, and that's causing everyone else who are multiple seconds behind to now have a chance at lunging for the lead as everyone bundles up close to each other. As now, it's the Sauber and the Red Bull, and the two Ferraris, Mercedes, Lotus, everyone bringing themselves back again. Assumedly, the safety car's only going to last one lap, as now we see the wreckage of who ended up crashing. Ooh, it's the Lotus of Fire Tiger. What an unfortunate result from them as they crash out in one of the first couple of laps. Honestly, the last thing you want to see from a team who, let me check the standings. The last thing you want to see from a team who is currently dominating the midfield. But remember, the championship battle is still at the front, and with everyone bundling together. Wait, hold on. There's a bit of locomotion at the back now. It's now Force Motors and the Toro Rosso and the Sauber are somewhat unsure as to what position they're even supposed to be in, as there's a lot of swerving from them. That could very easily be an accident coming from this as well, but not very much is being determined from it. So we'll have to see if it ends up even happening. Spectate menu right here. But still, Killer Lemon has the advantage. And looking at the tire compounds, considering what the safety car is doing right now, it's currently looking the worst, particularly for the Williams of kart user, as he's decided to go with the mediums, as almost everyone else around him has picked hards. His tires are going to wear very quickly, and he might not be able to fight at the front for that much longer. Especially if he's not able to maintain those mediums. Just sending a message to one of my colleagues that I won't be able to attend today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone has, like, limiters so they can only go at a specific speed. That's handy. Especially on a safety car. But yeah, that should mean that everyone accelerates at about the same time when the safety car comes in at the next lap or so. Lemon really doing a Lewis Hamilton here, going, hey, can the safety car go any slower? It's friggin' ridiculous. But yeah, the safety car is going to come in this lap. When the call for the green flag happens, could deter quite a lot. The safety car actually misses the pit lane. But yeah, the green flag is going to be called any second now. Who's going to be the person that's going to be able to take advantage of this and cut into the lead? Everyone has full speed. Nobody has a particular advantage. Killer Lemon has a bad line. But he's able to take advantage of that and push Fiji's out of the way. It's now him and Card User wheel to wheel. Who's going to be able to take advantage of it? Card User has the speed. His mediums haven't entirely won out yet, and he still has ace in it for quite a little bit, as the Sauber still ends up approaching as well. Card User is also getting somewhat boxed here. Who's going to be able to make the approach? Card User has the line through the middle. Everyone at almost equal positions. Who's going to be able to make use of it? Card User also braking again on that straight. I'm not entirely sure if that's particularly the best strategy for him, but it seems to be working out. He has a little bit of a tap from the Sauber. Is he going to be able to keep up? Oh, Lemon goes wide. Lemon goes wide. That doesn't specifically decide the position, but now he goes wide again. Is this going to make a shift in the positions? No, he's still doing some incredible defensive job, on Fiji's, keeping his cool when the championship is on the line. He knows how to not crack under pressure, and he is really showing it here. And now, the Williams of Card User trying to go on the inside line, but he ends up getting tapped off the track. I wonder what the marshals are going to be able to say about that. Oh, Fiji's, though, there's a bit of a gentleman's move, saying that it was his bad. But is the Williams going to be able to overtake the Sauber again, like he has so many times before? The Sauber takes a bad line. The Williams makes use of it and slips quite wide. He has a speed advantage on the two championship leaders. He's probably going to be able to catch back up to them, where it's still an extremely close battle between both Lemon and Fiji's. Honestly, considering how apparent the top speed of these are, it's less so who has the best vehicle, but more so who can win a Formula 1 equivalent game of chess. So yeah, there's quite a lot to play for here. This corner could decide a lot. The Williams of Fiji is going quite wide. He's able to recover it, preventing the Sauber from going through. Oh, and it's disaster! It's absolute disaster for Fiji as he ends up having a tap. Another Marussia comes out of nowhere, breaking the Williams' line. There's a pile up at the cars. Who's gonna come out first? Oh, and it's disaster for the Williams as now he gets the short end of the stick, and it's actually one of the Mercedes who comes out through to be threatening the lead. Killer Lemon is still in the lead, but also behind them is still the person who's challenging him in Fiji's, along with a Sauber and the. Wait, no, hold on. It's a little difficult to focus on all of them at the same time. Hang on. What was their names again? What was the Mercedes
If
that
you've
ended,
got
that ended up
access to
getting it? Hold
standings
on.
script, then you can click few names.
Oh yeah, it was Varane. It's Varane who ends up making the most use out of the crash, as now it's the two Marussias who are both leading, with the Rain having the best chance of going for it. The Williams ends up trying to take the inside line on the Ferrari, but they both tap each other, slowing down both of them in the long run. Varane now has quite a lot of work to go through if he wants to be able to take that win. But now, with the two Marussias both leading, this is looking like quite the dominant race for them, especially considering that one of the Marussias, the one that's not leading the championship, hasn't particularly had the best luck in the standings. But still, it's looking like Killer Lemon's race. But Fiji's still hasn't given up. He's still in third. He's still in this championship battle. There's a bit of a jump from one of the Marussias, but they recover really, really well. I don't know who has the better speed out of everyone here, but it's looking like Fiji's is making a pretty bad. Oh wait, there's actually been a crash. Retro is out of the race. He had some fairly good pace going into these laps, but whether that's going to call for a safety car is in the question. It doesn't look like it's going to do it yet. The call hasn't been made yet, but we're gonna see what happens a bit later. Fiji's trying to get a good line on the Marussias. They go wide, but the Marussias doing some pretty good defense. Now the Mercedes of the Rain is trying to either dogpile onto them. This corner is where a lot of shifts in position tend to happen. Fiji's goes aggressive on the wide line. He has better speed compared to both of the Marussias, but they recover very nicely. And now it's actually the Mercedes of the Rain who has quite good pace on the two championship leaders. Fiji's is forced to go wide, and now he gives the position to the Rain, and the Rain is in the podium positions. One of the Marussias are trying to force him off the track, but they aren't quite able to go all the way. The Rain is not budging after being given his golden ticket. No, the real question is who's going to get the best line out of here. The Rain is going the widest. Is he going to have the best chance? Oh, he takes it a little bit too wide and gives back the position to Fiji's. As now the Williams and the Sauber are still having a particularly good battle up ahead. Both of the Marussias make a bit of a crucial mistake, but at the same time Fiji's does as well, so that doesn't shift up the order too much. Honestly, the Marussias and the McLarens, very, very similar pace to each other, aside from maybe Roy. Roy's been faltering quite a bit. I'm not so sure. And also, checking in on who has the fastest lap right now, it's actually the Train Pig who currently has the fastest lap, despite him currently being in, can't find him on the spectating. Where's Train Pig? Oh wait, Fiji's almost has a brilliant line, but an amazing defense from Killer Lemon prevents it. He's on the inside of Lemon. There might be a crash here. Oh, but they both recover so well. Both of them having the mental stability of true championship drivers. I honestly don't believe how long they've been at it for without any of them crashing. This is quite the championship battle. And now Fiji's trying to get a lead on Killer Lemon, where his teammates trying to do some defense. They go wide. Fiji's does an incredible recovery on Lemon. Fiji's could have the lead of the race if he takes this next corner brilliantly. This is the position where the Marussias have been doing quite well going into this next corner. Will he be able to maintain it? Oh, what? The Marussia teammate is ahead, trying to make him slip through. But now the Mercedes is trying to get as much pace as possible, and the added pressure makes Fiji's lose his position. And now that we're going through the lockup section again, Fiji's gets off the pass. Is he going to be able to have the pace from the Marussias? Both of them are keeping it quite similar, but now there's also the Mercedes of the Rain that's also challenging them. I'm taking a screenshot of this. This is cool. But yeah, now the two Marussias the two people in the Marussias are both in parallax lines to each other. Who's going to be able to get off the best? Spider is the one. Wait, no. Lemon is the one who's the absolute widest, but Fiji's is also having pressure from the other Marussia, who have been both having some really good cooperative defense. But is this where Fiji's is finally going to have the advantage? He taps the wheel at the front. He goes for it again. He's trying to close any kind of line he can get from the other Marussia. Wait, yeah, it's Train Pig. Train Pig was the other Marussia. He still has the wide line. He forces Lemon all the way off the track, and now in one move, it's Fiji's leading the race and leading the championship. If he can keep that kind of momentum, then these next couple races are going to be no problem for him. So now Lemon has quite a lot of ground to make up, especially considering that the only real good news from Marussia right now is that his teammate is there, but he's also being pressured by the Mercedes of the rain. So who knows how long that's going to last. Varane trying to find any line he can. He goes on the inside, goes a little bit too tight, and now the Marussia of Train Pig is leading the race. Particularly good news for his teammate, who is still in the field, having quite the battle. But now, the Mercedes of Varane is trying to find any kind of line he can, but considering he's being pressured by Killer Lemon, that's easier said than done. Lemon trying to find a sneaky overtake ahead of Fiji's, and both of the drivers are playing basically a high-speed game of four-dimensional chess with each other. A lot will be decided going into these next couple corners. Does Fiji break first? Does the Marussia break first? Train Pig takes it wide. One of the Salbers have launched through, and now it's Varane leading, but he loses the lead so quickly. Oh, and Fiji's is dropping place after place after place. Train Pig has a pretty bad recovery, as now, out of nowhere, it's the other McLaren of Roy who is in the battle. Both of them are slipping quite a bit. It's looking like disaster for the Marussias right now. They're having particularly bad paces now. The other field has caught up. With the Force India, with the Mercedes, with the Williams who was in the lead before. There's so many drivers so close to each other. Anyone could win at this rate. Roy is currently in the lead, but considering how close Killer Lemon is, he's looking like he's going to have a good line here. But also the Williams trying to pressure him as well. Who's going to take the widest line? The Williams loses quite a bit of speed, and now it's Fiji's and now it's Fiji's and Train Pig trying to take the lead, but now it's Killer Lemon in the lead. The leaders keep changing positions. Both of the McLarens take it wide on the Marussia, as one of the Ferraris, as the Ferrari of Jack Wack now has a particularly good line. Fiji is nearly losing his wheel by going into the sandpit. That would have been disastrous for his championship battle. And now it's back to both of them leading, as now the Ferrari of Jack Wack also has particularly good pace. Jack Wack has been shown to have quite good pace in a lot of these races, but he's never actually been able to get a win. The best result he's gotten is second. Can he bring home that win for the most historic team in the motorsport? But now, at the very front, it's Fiji's and Lemon. Lemon gets the better line. Lemon is leading the championship. But, considering that we're not even halfway through the race, a lot can be decided in these next couple moments. I am taking off this hoodie. It is way too hot in here. Right. Fiji's trying to play mind games with Lemon right here, as now there's actually quite a bit of a gap between both of them and the other drivers, especially considering how much shifting in the positions there's been. The only thing that's consistent is that both of those two are leading. Lemon has a particularly bad line, but he uses that to defend from Fiji's, as now also Roy also slips ahead of the Ferrari of Jack Wack, who is going to have the better line here. On the line, but he does end up tapping the wall a little bit, so Lemon is still leading the race, as now Roy is under pressure by the Ferrari of Jack Wack. Can Jack Wack bring himself back into the podium positions where he's only been able to see himself get there once? Yeah, once. Who won that race when Jack Wack was there? Oh yeah, it was Fiji's. Right, okay. So it's Lemon and Fiji's still leading the race, still having that championship battle. This is going to come down to a lot of different factors, but none of them look like they're giving up. Though they will have to pit fairly soon. Fiji's gives a bit of a tap after Lemon. Whether that's going to affect anything isn't the question. There's another bit of a slip from them. Is anyone going to take advantage of this? Or the McLaren of Roy nearly ends up slipping ahead of him. This is actually the best race that Roy has had in a very long time. He hasn't participated in a lot of them, so he's not particularly been going for the championships, just trying to help his teammates get as good of a result as they can. Though he has come second one, so that does give him a bit of credibility. And in the middle of all of this, the Sauber does end up slipping ahead of Jack Wack's Ferrari. But yeah, going into the next couple quarters, there's a bit of a mistake for Fiji's. It's now Roy in second, as now the Sauber has actually caught up. Is the Sauber going to be able to catch up and get to positions as well? Maybe, especially considering that Indoraptor has also been having a particularly good championship run himself, and can use some of those points to distance him from drivers like ASD, who I don't think ASD showed up today. Yeah, ASD hasn't showed up. He needs as many points as he can to give himself leverage in the battle. But no, we're actually getting word from no, wait, never mind. Oh, all the drivers are slowing down. This is pandemonium. One of the Ferraris goes out. Oh, and the Marussia slips out. It's now both of the McLarens leading the race, but are they going to be able to keep that pace going into the next curve? Yes, they do it from some masterful defending from Roy to keep his partner Fiji's in the lead. This is looking really difficult for Lemon to be able to keep pace. As now, after Jack Aquag goes into the pits first, he's currently in 9th, but he needs a particularly good lap to get out ahead of the other drivers. And I think one of them might just have gotten the memo from the other, considering that they should probably be pitting any moment now. But yeah, going into the next curve, Killer Lemon looks like he's going to get the advantage. He gets a bit of a tap from the other McLaren. Now Roy goes wide. Fiji's is back into leading, but they've been shifting positions quite a lot. There's a bit of collision from all of them. Fiji's still having a good defensive line on Lemon, though Lemon has shown to be quite good at breaking his defensive bubble. We're currently halfway through the race, and we still don't know who's going to win. It's likely either going to be Fiji or Roy. But a lot of the midfield drivers have found on their way into slipping into the middle, including in the middle of everything, the Force India of Zero to Hero, who's found his way into 5th position, which is his best result in a very, very long time. The best finish he's been able to muster is, I don't know, but it's the one that gives you 12 points. Oh, there's a bit of a tap! Someone's lost their wing! Who ended up losing their wing? Let me check! I'm not sure who was the one that lost their wing, but still, wait. Both of the McLaren drivers are actually having a bit of a feud with each other. Both of the McLaren drivers are actually having a bit of a feud with each other, and it's causing Lemon to actually question what they're doing quite a bit. But Fiji's is going to take it wide for this next corner. Is the defense going to work out? He taps one of his teammates as both of the McLarens are trying to box in the Marussia. They're still not going for tires. They are still being as aggressive as possible. Oh, but Lemon has a really good line going into the corner. Are they going to be able to preserve it in any pace? Not quite, as the McLaren of Fiji's absolutely belts it off at the corner. Something that the Marussia has done a couple times, but I'm sure it's something that will make the McLaren engineers cheer, because this is the kind of thing they've wanted to see. They've really wanted to challenge a front field driver. They've really wanted to challenge with the front field teams like the Marussia for quite a while now. But yeah, going into this next curve, quite a lot could be decided considering the distance between both of the drivers. What's going to end up happening for it? Fiji's trying to close off the line from Lemon. Not much entirely shifts, but no! Roy has a good line on the Marussia, but he goes into the sand pit slightly. He doesn't particularly get off the best. Oh, and there's a bit of a tap from Fiji's to Lemon. They're both working in tandem with each other to try and get the best result out of pushing them back, if possible. But of course, they're seriously going to have to try and get... Wait, no, hold on. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, they also have their tires to worry about, which they're gonna have to start worrying about real soon. As now, it's the only Far-Eye drivers that really have a chance are the Toro Rosso of Kundawi, the Salva of Indoraptor, the two McLarens of Roy and Fiji's, and now the Marussia of Killer Lemon, who has still been able to hold on to his chances for winning for quite a while. But now he actually has quite a bit of ground to make up as he's behind both of the McLarens. He's been in this position before though. They are good defenders, but they're not perfect. But is he going to make the decision to box this lap, considering that both of them are obviously going to try and play on the defensive side? We'll just have to wait and see. Who's going to go into the pits? Who's going to stay out in the track? All of them make the collective decision to still stay out, still driving on those very same hards. I'm guessing they're probably going to switch to softs in the later laps. Is that the strategy they're going for? Oh, and Lemon takes it really wide, as now Indoraptor finds a good line, and he's challenging Lemon for that podium position. Lemon still gets it quite good over the line there, as now Jackwack is actually catching up to some of the back marker drivers who have yet to pit. He might be the dark horse in this race if he can still keep everything consistent, as he's currently right behind Train Pig, the other Marusha, who after being able to help his teammate for quite a while, completely slipped out of the rankings. And also Lemon was able to recover quite well from Indoraptor. Let me just clear up my throat, because yeah, it is currently being attacked right now. Don't be surprised if you see me voice cracking. But yeah, the Salvo makes a bit of a mistake, and now the Toro Rosso of Kandai is trying everything he can to end up slipping ahead. As now, Force Motors is actually in a position of his own where he's been slipping out quite a bit and hasn't been able to catch up to everyone else. But he's not necessarily under pressure of losing his position. As now, there's actually been a bit of a tragic slip down from Car User. He went into the session all the way in 3rd, but after some careless mistakes, is now in 9th. Not exactly the thing that the team wanted to hear. And now Lemon actually gets a tap from Fiji's teammate. What a kooky play from the Mercedes team! As now, Killer Lemon has a second chance at life, and he's trying to find any kind of line he can to try and cut ahead of Fiji's. Are they going to be able to get at that line? Of course, it'll all be decided going into the next corner, but again, they do have to pit at some point. So far, the only driver who has actually pitted is Jackwack in the Ferrari, and he is seeming to make quite good pace out of the pit lane. Like I said, he might be the dark horse of this whole race. A big mistake from Killer Lemon! He goes extremely wide, almost falling behind even the Toro Rosso. As now he's in 5th, and Fiji's is looking like he has the race pace on lock, as he gets a particularly good line out of the big curve as well. And also, Jackwack has been making some very good pace catching up to the other drivers. He has a bit of a sloppy approach out of the big corner, but that's because Train Big did some pretty good defense. And if Jackwack's pace is to be believed, he's likely going to be able to maintain it. The other drivers need a pit stop faster than 8 seconds to try and stay ahead of him, which, from my perspective, just seems kind of unlikely. But yeah, now it's the 2 McLaren users who have now put Lemon in a particularly bad position. He has quite a lot of time to recover, as so far it's looking like it's going to be a McLaren 1-2, unless the amazing pace of the Ferrari has something to say about it. It's currently Fiji's leading from Roy, and both of them, even though they are challenging for position, I have a feeling that the McLaren team are probably going to let Fiji's win this, considering how particularly bad his championship odds were going at the beginning. This could be the kind of launch he's needed. All the McLaren team need to do is not impact each other too much, because Fiji's is looking very, very comfortable right now. And coming back to Jackwack, he's still making a pretty good charge against the other Marusha. Ferrari haven't particularly having the best Ferrari haven't been having the best season, not even close. But if they can get a win here, that'd be really nice for the rest of the team to hear, considering how long they've gone without actually winning it. The last one actually wait, no, that wouldn't work out. And now I actually see why Train Pig has been having pretty bad pace, as his wing got chipped. But now it's Roy leading from Fiji's, as Lemon has actually made a really good recovery. Are they going to be able to make use of it? Oh, and this is where Fiji has decided to go into the pits, and so has Lemon, who's going to be able to get out the quickest. Are they going to be ahead of the Ferrari of Jackwack? Jackwack has made some incredible pace. Is he going to be leading? Jackwack now leads the 2 other championship drivers, as now it's a battle between him and Train Pig. Jackwack actually has a particularly bad tap on the big corner, but he has a lot of time he can burn. But he is now being chased by the other championship leaders who are on newer tires. Jackwack has a lot of defending to do if he wants to win the race. And not to mention, Train Pig is also someone to worry about, who's definitely not gonna want on his teammates to falter. If Jackwack wants to win this, he needs really good pace going into the next couple laps. Can Ferrari maintain what is going to be their lead? They're having a particularly good driving line here. They're not going to let that pace go to complete waste. Wait a minute, was there a slip up? Was there a slip up from one of the drivers, or does Jack Wack just have really good pace? Hold on, what happened? What happened to Fiji's? I didn't see that, but Fiji's ended up making a massive mistake. I still don't know what it was, and now there's a big gap between Lemon, Fiji's, and Jack Wack, as Jack Wack is now looking really good for this potential win, considering that Train Pig and Roy both haven't pitted yet. If Jack Wack can keep things consistent, this is going to be a victory for the Ferrari team. I can't believe I'm saying this, considering they have currently had an awful season, with Jack Wack only sometimes getting close to achieving wins. But if Ferrari can keep the pace that they had during the outlaps, they've got a potential win on their hands. But as I said, they still have to maintain it for another 6 laps more. And considering that the people chasing them are both at the championship winners, and now the Ferrari of Cards, who made a particularly good recovery, though I still don't think Ink is pitted yet, he's gonna have a particularly tough time, especially considering that they also have some fresher tires. But Jack Wack still keeping things clean. Wait, hold on. Did Lemon cut the corner there? I don't know if there is track limits, but if there are stewards, I want to have a look at that. Jack Wack actually keeps it very close. Now the Williams is actually leading ahead of Fiji's. He needs to make a big recovery if he wants to come back from this, as Jack Wack now has a 3-second gap on Lemon and is looking to get close to even Train Pig, who is still yet to pit. And yes, the gap doesn't look particularly large, but considering that the speed of considering that the top speed of all the cars are very similar, and that's still not even very fast as it is, they are a lot further away than they seem. So yeah, it's Jack Wack who is actually taking some very nice lines, and the other drivers are taking it a little bit wide. Jack Wack does go a bit on the grass though. That might cut away at a little bit of his pace, but that also happens to Lemon. Lemon needs to stop making these obvious mistakes if he wants to catch back up to Jack Wack. As now Fiji's, who's trying to do as much damage control as he can, is currently on the outside of the Williams. Is he going to be able to keep that pace and prevent the Williams from getting on a podium when Fiji's crucially needs points, especially considering how fast this track can be? Jack Wack still hasn't made any mistakes, as now we're all patiently waiting for when Train Pig is going to make his pit stop, or if he's going to make a pit stop, because remember, he still doesn't have a wing, and he has a Ferrari chasing him. I don't know how long he's going to be able to maintain that, but wait. Hold on. I just noticed something on Train Pig's avatar. He has an anti-LGBTQ shirt. My lord, I think we know who the villain is. So yeah, Jack Wack, trying to make as much pace as he can, going up to Train Pig. Is Train Pig going into the pits? No, Train Pig is refusing to go into the pits as much as he can. Jack Wack actually has a bit of a messy approach on those corners. He's losing some of the pace that he needs. And Train Pig actually has a particularly bad approach. Oh, and Jack Wack taps the corner! That cuts away at quite a lot of the lead he had gained, pretty much nuking in one of the seconds that he had. Jack Wack has made that mistake quite a lot of times, and he can't be doing that, considering that he has to catch up to Train Pig if he isn't going to pit. And he's also potentially leading the entire race. If Jack Wack doesn't catch up to the other cars, then he might lose this amazing opportunity he's been given. And it'd be great news for Lemon, considering that he needs the points in these trying times. But again, being a bit of an anomaly, Jack Wack is still keeping everything clean, with the exception of that one corner where he is still tapping it quite consistently. He takes that same line he did, but now Killer Lemon is within striking distance of the Ferrari. That one mistake he made there might have just been fatal for his lead in the race. Well, I say lead. I just don't think Train Pig is going to pit at this rate. Because honestly, look at him. He's been
Oh, sorry to interrupt, but that's a Mercedes there going straight into the wall. I've got a replay of that now. But if you could just see on the stream, the car flew across from out of nowhere as soon as we swapped, and you could just see him go over, head down, before crashing into the wall. I'm not that's going to be a safety car or anything, but that is truly scary. Back over to you.
I've also got words from the stewards that Trainpeg actually went for an undercut, so he doesn't need to pit at all. So this actually puts Trainpeg in a really good position, and Jackwack has a lot of ground to make up. But considering that Trainpeg has a missing wing, he doesn't have that much grip, so he has to race without that front wing for a good 5 laps now. But he's seeming to still be making it work without that increased acceleration. But now, in a battle for second, oh my God! There's a slip through everyone! As now Jackwack, after having such good pace, after messing up that corner, that seemed to have cost him absolutely everything! As now, in one instance, he slips from second to now having a 3-way battle with the other drivers. He's actually braking a little bit to see if he can get any kind of slipstream or compensation from that. As now, it's actually Trainpig, who is still seeming quite consistent without his front wing. Honestly, this is just witchcraft, the more I look at it. How is he able to do that? But yeah, Jackwack needs good pace going into these next couple corners. Otherwise, he may have just lost his chances. He actually brakes a little bit, letting the other driver shift ahead, and I'm pretty sure Jackwack has it in his head that this battle for the win is over. Oh, there's a bit of a tap! There's a bit of a tap from Fiji's, but he recovers it really nicely. And now, here comes the Williams trying to cut through anyone he can. And, Trainpig is still just sort of leading. No true contention. About his front wing. Yeah. Everyone is trying to find any line that they can to try and take back second and potentially a win in this race. Jackwack actually has some really good pace on Lemon. Can he get ahead of Fiji's now? Can he take back the lead that he lost due to his faltering pace? Is he gonna be able to find a line? He has the speed. He has the speed on him. He's trying to go around the outside, and Trainpeg still sort of going without the front wing. Honestly, this is just kind of sad to watch. But yeah, Jackwack, now in a battle with everyone else, trying to find that line wherever he can. He's going on the outside. He has pace on Fiji's. Can he get a good line now? Oh, he taps the curb. That might be the end for his battle. He blocks up one of the McLarens. But they just don't quite have the same. Right, and oh wait, there's also been a pretty bad tap for Spider. This is really bad for Spider as he dropped so many places in such a short time. If Fiji's can keep himself in second, that's going to be huge for the championship battle. As now Killer Lemon is all the way back in 6th. He has to do as much damage recovery as he can. As now Trainpig can still be seen by the other drivers, just sort of vibing without his front wing, and I think I honestly have to bring this into question because I don't feel like anyone else is going to. Is wearing a t-shirt which has a big cross over the LGBTQ flag, is that like a regulation breaking or something, or is everyone just gonna kind of ignore that? I don't know. I don't care, frankly. But yeah. I couldn't select Fiji for a second, so I thought he crashed. But no! Look at this! It's the Williams of Card, who now has a really good line on Fiji's. He's trying to go on the outside. He gets that lead, and now Card is in 2nd place. But Jackwack isn't gonna get that up so easily, as Spider is actually slipping very far back out of the rankings. Jackwack now losing position on Fiji's. Could Card make this really good recovery? He's blocking off Fiji's with as much strength as he can. But Jackwack also trying to find an outside line for wherever he can. And Trainpig is still vibing without the front wing. Okay. And the current championship leader, Fiji's, that's a safety car. There's a safety car in the last couple laps. This
that's the Red Bull. That is the Red Bull.
Wait, no, yeah, it was the Toro Rosso of Kondawi who ended up crashing. Is there going to be another lap of racing? Are we going to see a unique winner? And now, Trade Pig actually pitting for a front wing. Is someone going to be able to overtake him the second he comes out? It's going to be really close. Is Card User going to be leading? No, not quite, but it is very, very close. However, Trade Pig switched to the softs. Everyone else isn't exactly on the best tires. So now, Train Pig, the person who's leading and doesn't have a wing, is now being challenged by the Williams of Card User, the Ferrari of Jackwack, and now approaching are the other people who were leading the championship. And like, currently, everyone is in a standoff at this point. It's currently looking like Card User done. Wait, no, it's currently looking like the Train Pig doesn't necessarily have the best odds out of everyone. But considering everyone else is coming close, and there's going to be 2 more laps of racing after this, nothing has truly been decided yet. Anyone could win here. Jackwack could take it, Card User could take it, Fiji's could take it, and now Spider again. No, I keep mixing it up with Spider. Why do I keep thinking Lemon's name is Spider? And now Lemon is just slightly behind Fiji's when he thought all hope was lost to try and catch up to everyone else. And we do have word that the safety car will be in this particular lap. There's actually not that many drivers who are still left in the fight. Oh, there's only the people who you are seeing on the stream now, and I don't think anyone else is there. Actually, there is. There's the Ferrari of Monkey Tito, who has made the decision to go in on soft. But can he catch up to the safety car before it goes all the way in? He's gonna have to catch up. But yeah, looking at the rest of the field, there is no one else on this track, so it's absolutely crucial that Monkey Tito makes it up to the safety car before everyone else makes it in, because considering his softs, he has the potential to actually challenge for the lead. He has more grip than anyone else, even Train Pig, considering that Train Pig doesn't have a wing. And there he is, successfully making it to the back of the grid. There was a bit of an issue with one of the Force Indias who intentionally tried to tap one of the Ferraris. And should that be checked? I don't know. But yes, with only 2 laps remaining, everyone is now bundled in with each other. But Lemon is actually tauntingly saying 1v1 me to the rest of the other drivers, so it's quite obvious that he's not done with everyone else yet. He's gonna give it his all the moment the safety car is out. But now, with only 2 laps left to go, the order is looking like Train Pig on Car User, on Jackwack, on EG's on Lemon, and then from there. There's Idono Raptor and Zero to Hero, and now the Ferrari of Monkatito, who took the time to get in soft before approaching to the safety car. Honestly, a very wise call from him, as this safety car has essentially given him a second win entirely. But whether this is going to translate to anything, we're going to see as the safety car comes in. It's driving in far earlier than it should. When this green flag is going to be called, could decide the entire race, and maybe could even decide the championship if things are still close going into the final couple races. The Train Pig is maintaining race control. Could someone else get the jump on him the moment the race begins? Especially considering he's been shown to be particularly good at that one curve. When is Train Pig going to go full speed? He's going full speed as nobody else is particularly able to react to it. Only Jackwack is the person who's close to him. He needs to have a good line here, but he hasn't. He's gone a little bit wide, and it's looking like Train Pig now has the advantage by over a second. But considering he's lacking his front wing and is now being challenged by Jackwack as well, nothing has been guaranteed for the Marusha driver. He still has 2 more laps to go with Jackwack and Card User and the other championship leaders all on their tail. And also, as expected, Monkatito is making an absolute jump through the standings, even being ahead of Lemon right now. But yeah, cutting back to the front, if Train Pig wants to secure this win, he has to be as consistent as he can. But considering that Jackwack is taking the better lines, that's easiest at the dud, especially considering his missing front wing, which didn't hurt him too much before, but is now starting to backfire. He has a particularly bad line there. As still, it's entirely possible for Jack Wack to cut in the second to last laps. Train Pig's front wing really starting to take a toll on him now. It was okay when he had a big of a gap as he is, but it might be what causes his downfall if he's not able to keep things consistent going into the next couple laps. As remember, we still have 2 more instances of the slalom and 1 more instance of the big hairpin to decide so much. As still, car user isn't out of the battle at all. Train Pig actually takes a really nice line despite his missing front wing, as now Jack Wack only has 1 more potential chance to try and get ahead and take a win for Ferrari. He has a bit of a shaky approach going into the next corner, but both of the drivers are now in a standoff. Jack Wack has had particularly bad luck when it comes to the hairpin, but he needs to shake that off now. Can he get the good approach? He has the speed on him. Is he going to have the line? He's taking it particularly wide. He taps the curb a little bit. He has a better line. Over. Why did he slow down so much? What was that? Going into the final lap, Train Pig actually has a particularly bad line, and now Fiji's cuts all the way in the second place. What an incredible showcase from the McLaren driver, making up so much space in so little time. But he did decide to go for the softs as well, so he may have a particularly good advantage. But it's still looking like Train Pig is able to maintain this, and honestly, like, right.
Final lap.
If Train Pig. I was supposed to say Figeman this whole time! God! But yeah, Train Pig still keeping it as consistent as possible. Jack Wack taking that same tight line as he has every other lap, but at this point it's looking too little too late. The Marussia seems to have total control over the track. Unless a miracle happens, Train Pig is essentially locked in his win for Marussia. Train Pig particularly hasn't been having that good pace. He's only sitting in 6th in the championship, but he's looking to try and take his second win home today. Is he going to be able to go all the way? He's actually losing quite a bit of pace to Jack Wack. If Jack Wack can get a good corner here, he may have 1 more chance at life. Train Pig cuts it into the sandpit a little bit. Jack Wack has more speed on Train Pig. Train Pig is actually very slowly losing track position. If Jack Wack can make 1 particularly good play going into the last slalom, he may have the win over Train Pig. I don't believe it. Jack Wack is so close to Train Pig now. Can he do some good defending? Train Pig trying to do some mind games. Trying to do some mind games to try and keep Jack Wack away. He's got the inside line. Will he challenge it? He's going in. Train Pig's got some good defense. Is it going to be enough? Oh my God! Jack Wack! No! What was that finish? What was that? Honestly, I'm just sad after that. I'm just sad. Jack Wack was so close to winning, and then Fiji's tipped him forward for the win. I'm done.
Okay, I guess the other guys just gave up. Fair. So sad. Is he actually coming back? Hello guys. You've got me. Yeah. Okay, I'm just getting up the thing. So here's the full race results here.
I honestly don't know if that should even count. Look at how aggressive he was at the end. He tried to push Jack Wack completely off the track. He didn't end up doing it. It was looking like Jack Wack's win. And then by some complete mistake, someone else taps it and he ends up winning. I'm gonna be honest, I have never seen a finish in a race that has outright made me pissed off before, but someone has to check that. Someone has to check that. We have to have some kind of an investigation in that. You know we can't just let that slide, right? Jesus Christ. And you know the thing that's making me the most mad? The guy who was fucking leading has an anti-LGBTQ shirt! You can't make this shit up! That was looking so beautiful for a split second. It was looking like Jack White's race. I don't even... You know, sometimes when you're commentating and you get a result you don't want, you just sort of have to roll with it. Because that's how it goes for everything else. And normally I'm really good at that, but like, I've reached my fucking limit with this. The fuck do you expect me to say about this? It's like, I would have been fine if Train Pick won, but like, not like that. Come on. Jesus. Like, come on. Like, look at that. That was looking like the perfect fucking screenshot. You should have seen that from my perspective. Like, I couldn't even see Fiji's behind him. I couldn't see Fiji behind him. There was no universe where Jack White would have lost there. But, like, doink. Oh, fucking God. I don't even...
Okay, so that's going to be the end of the broadcast today. As you see, mixed feelings in the commentary booth. I'm not sure if we will or won't, but see you guys next week. Goodbye.